My name is Pete Ellison. I go by he, him. I am a gay working class artist, illustrator, and printmaker based here in Toronto. My teenage years and my 20s, I was working mostly in music. I was a music producer and a DJ, and so I was really involved in nightlife. And I actually started illustrating, doing like club flyers, party flyers, album cover art, merchandise, things like that. I wasn't really thinking of it like I'm going to build an art career. I just really wanted to be a DJ. And so it was more like supporting the music side of things. I did that for a long time until I got into my mid-30s. So a lot of my work is inspired by like the rave movement, retro video games, queer underground like subcultures, things like that, things like the pub community, bears, different ways that queer people kind of identify and gather. All that stuff informs my work now. That's a really good question. I'm still kind of unpacking that right now. You know, for a long time, I wasn't really thinking of myself like, I'm a gay artist, I'm making gay art. I just was showing up and doing my thing and not really thinking about that. And for a long time, I was kind of the only gay artist in a lot of the spaces that I was in, at art shows, even back when I was doing music, you know, I'd be the only queer artist on a lineup. And that was really hard. I didn't realize that it was hard, but it was. And it's only really been the last couple of years that I've started getting more gay collectors of my art, more gay fans, meeting other gay artists and starting to interact with them more. Finding space to make art and show art is really difficult, especially here in Toronto. We don't really have a lot of affordable, accessible spaces for people to make art or sell art. So we have to do things like use empty storefronts in a mall and think sort of outside the box to make our own spaces. I think that Toronto has plenty of space, and I really wish that we would make it affordable for artists to create things so we could have like a more organic art culture here. My favorite medium to work in is screen print. I was originally in school for like a digital graphic design program. By the end of school, I was so sick of sitting in front of a computer all the time. I just wanted to make art with my hands. I wanted to do something physical, something where I could stand up to. And I took a screen print class from just a sign that was on a lamppost. And this guy taught me just like in his house. And I fell in love with it. I love that physical act of screen printing. It's so satisfying to pull ink with the squeegee and then the people hold up this print afterwards and say like, I made this is so cool. There are a lot of young artists right now getting very hung up on social media numbers, and I tell them all the same thing, like it doesn't really matter that much. You know, there are tons of artists in all kinds of creative fields that are working, that are getting paid, that are making things happen, selling their art, and they don't even have social media accounts at all. And on the flip side, I know people that have huge social media followings and they're not selling any work and they're stressed out and they're broke, and just those two things don't correlate at all. And I see a lot of young artists that really get so caught up in it that they put all of their self-esteem in this social media game. They think, oh, if I don't get a certain number of followers, then I'm not going to have enough opportunities. And it's just not true. You'll be better served, and you'll serve your community as an artist better by taking that energy and putting it into anything in real life that you can do that's not on the internet. You know, if there's businesses that you want to work with your art, contact them, email them and show them your work and tell them what you can do for them. If there's an event or something that you think should happen in your local community, just make it happen. Those real life things, those connections are worth so much more in the long run than social media followers. I think pride is important because we need to show up in our community. We're here, we want to take up space, and why not? I'm not really sure what else to say about that. I just think that queer people want to show up and have celebration and protest, have spaces for us to perform and celebrate our performances, celebrate our art, celebrate our culture. Why not? My name is Pete Ellison, and you can find me on the web at www.pete.art. The best way to stay in touch with me and find out what I'm working on is to sign up for my newsletter. It's just at the bottom of my website. And thank you guys. I hope you all have a happy and safe Pride.